Hi, I want to introduce how we use online financial calculator to do compounding and discounting in this video. First of all, I want to thank John and the teaching assistant for section 003. They made great effort in providing this slide and the online calculator resource. Okay, so the online calculator I will use is in this website. It has the present value, the payment, future value, discount rate, and periods. And you can choose the compounding frequency. So this whole setup is very similar to the physical calculator. Now I want to go over the typical compounding problem. Here we have $100 at upfront investment today. We want to know the future value of $100 1 year later. You can do the manual calculation. It will be $105 1 year later, given this interest rate is 5%. Now we can do this online calculation. Before you do the calculation, make every line is blank. Now we input the present value as $100. The annual rate, that is the discount rate, as 5%. You don't want to use 0.05. You just use the percentage, the integer. We need to know the future value 1 year later. So we use annual compounding frequency and periods as 1. Now let's say the future value. It is $105. Now we want to see if we increase the number of periods, will the future value increase? Let's verify it is true. We change the periods we reset this whole setup. The present value will be $100. The discount rate will be 5. Periods will be 2. It is compounding annually. Now let's see the future value. Oh, it is $110.25. It is higher than $105. Let's directly change it to 3 periods and say the future value. Now it goes up. It is $115.76. So we can see that when you wait for more periods, the future value of $100 today will be higher. I encourage you to write this table in your homework and in the first quiz. Then if you provide the wrong final number, I can give partial credit based on this calculation process. So for here, if we want to calculate $100 future value in 2 years later, you can write the periods as 2 and the interest rate as 5% and the present value as 100. Then you write your calculated number, $110.25 here. Okay, now I want to do the discounting calculation. If we have $100 1 year later, what is the present value given the interest rate as 5%? Let's use the online calculation. The future value will be $100. The discount rate will be 5%. We need to wait for 1 period. We use annual compounding frequency. Let's say the present value. It is $95.24. If we do the manual calculation, you can verify it is also $95.24. Now let's verify if we have $100 2 years later, the present value of this cash flow will be $90.7. If we have $100 3 years later, the cash value of the present value for this cash flow will be $86.38. So the future value will be $100. The discount rate is 5%. We need to wait for 2 years. It is annually discounted. Let's see the present value. It is $90.70. Let's change the periods into 3. The present value will be $86.38. So that is to say, given the same amount of money in the future, the longer time you need to wait to get this equal amount of money, the lower value you will have at today's cash. In exam, you can write the table as your calculation process. Here, I want you to write, for example, for calculating the present value of $100 2 years later. I want you to write the future value will be $100. You will need to wait for 2 periods. The interest rate is 5%. Then you write here your answer. The present value will be $90.70. I hope now you can know how to use this online financial calculator to do this calculation of time value of money. Thanks.